Okay, we rolling? We're rolling. What's up, everybody? Punchingbagskunk.com here with another short video. All right, I always say it's a short video, and then I remember 15, 20 minutes, sometimes even 25 minutes. But look, I'm gonna try to keep this to 15 minutes. I usually don't get the rolling and cooking until about 5 minutes into the video anyway. You know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna try to keep it to 15 minutes. All right, Punchingbagskunk.com. Here with another exciting video. I want to tell you guys, just right out of the back, hit that like button, and if you like real boxing, real talk from real boxing, hit the subscribe. Only if you like real talk. If you don't like real talk, you ain't gonna enjoy the channel anyway. So if you like real talk, hit subscribe, and make sure you hit like on this video here. Yeah, well, let you guys know real quick where we're at. Twitter, we're on Reddit. We're on Tumblr and Blogger. We're on Pinterest and LinkedIn. We're on Mix, and we're on Instagram, and of course we're on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, now we got that out of the way. Now, what I'm going to say right out of the gate, I want to say that one of the we're going to talk about fights, great fights, exciting fights. So one of the participants in one of the videos. One of the fights that I'm going to be talking about is a personal friend of mine, a good friend of mine. So I know right now there's going to be, because it happens, there's a bunch of, the troll army. The troll army is going to come through talking about I'm biased. So look, I really only got one thing to say to you guys. Kick rocks, I don't care. Whatever, it's my opinion. So anyway, we're going to talk about the Ward Gatti fight. Why the Ward Gatti fight it was better than the Hagler Hearns. Because we got. Look, and like I said, Ward's a good friend of mine. I'm a New England guy. You know what I mean? And we are close knit over here. I remember the years ago we take these New England teams to the Nationals and everybody get wiped out. The first night. I always say when I went to Nationals, I'm not getting beat. At least not the first night. You go all the way down there and lose, and the whole team lose. The first night. I got one or two guys. You got great fighters from New England. You know what I mean? It'd take me forever to go over everybody, so I'm just gonna do a list like off the top of my head. Some great New England fighters. But if I forget you, don't take it personal. I had a lot of punches. So we had fighters like, of course, Benny Paz out of New England. We got Demetrius Andrade. My good friend Jason Big Six Estrada. A lot of good fighters that came out of New England. John Scully. Shit, yeah. There's just so many. Like, you know what I mean? Got a lot of great fights that came out of this. And even back in the day, like we had a really great heavyweight out of New Bedford years ago that I think would have been a world champion. Andre McCoy. Unfortunately, Andre was on the plane, the tragic plane crash that went down in I think it was 1980 over Poland with the U.S. with one of the U.S. traveling teams. I think it was out of Colorado Springs. They was on their way to Poland for a match, and that plane went down. Andre McCoy was on that plane. God bless the whole team. So I know he would have been a champion. I've seen him fight years back in the day. You know what I mean? In the tournament, so a young kid over there. A lot of guys dug him in the leg. Look, like, my mind is like click. I'm saying, hey, you're gonna get anybody. Ray Oliveira. There's a lot. We had so many. Davey Gorman, Joey Duvall from the Fall River. Was that New Fall River? I shouldn't even got into this because now I'm gonna have to hit everybody. Scotty Pemberton. Byron Bulls. It's just so many. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna talk about my man Mickey Ward, all right? And why? We're already in 4 minutes. See that? Boom, boom. Why the Mickey Ward Toro Gatti fight was better than Hagler Hearns? Now, people always say that it's just like across the board boxing fans, especially if you consider yourself a hardcore boxing fan. You're like, hey, Hagler Hearns, greatest fight ever. But was it? Was it the greatest fight ever? When you look at fight, there's a lot of great fights. And people can come on down in the comments. Let's get it on. But people gonna say, look, there's another good fight that I love. I don't know if you guys seen it, but the great fight, the Andre Berto, Victor Ortiz fight. What? Man, just bang, boom. Great fight. You know what I mean? And if you're old time, you want to go all the way back, because I can do that too. I'm a boxing historian. Tony Zale and Rocky Graziano. I mean, great fight. I mean, Ron Lyle, George Foreman. Bang, boom. So everybody got their favorite fight. I'm saying the Gatti Ward. I'm talking about the second Gatti Ward. The Gatti Ward fight was greater than the Hagler Hearns fight for a couple of reasons, man. It was sustained action. Now, if you look at the Hagler Hearns fight, and don't get me wrong, and by the way, we're talking about Hagler's a New England guy too. So originally from New Jersey, but trained with Petronelli down in Brockton. I knew good Petronelli knew them too. Hagler, so he's New England guy too. So one of the, some people say the greatest around in New England, by the way. And Hagler, I got to meet him as a young pro. But when you say all the time, or like you say something over and over and over, sometimes it starts to become your reality. Here I go into the Google stuff. You know who I am. But when you say stuff over and over and over and over, you can almost talk yourself into it. You ever tell yourself something so many times that it just becomes almost truth to you? You said it so much it becomes automatic response. Let me give you a perfect example. I'll use me. I'll use me as the guinea pig on this one. There was a time when someone asked me, "What's your record? What's your record, Greg?" And I said, "Well, I was 89-9 as an amateur, which is true. But when it came to pro, I'd always say, I'm 20-5. Because 20-5 sounds better than 9-5. Or was I 10-5? I'm either 95 or 10-5. Why don't you look it up? Greg Townes. I think I'm 95 or 10-5. But 20-5 sounds a lot better. So I noticed that when people ask me that, it became an automatic response. 20-5. And I'm 25. And it'd be like I didn't have to think about it. It just came out. But that's true. I'm 9. My professional boxing record is 9-5 or 10-5. Again, go look it up. I'm not sure. I know it's either 9-5 or 10-5. I fought 4 top 10 world guys. I've been in there with a couple of some iron guys. Like Greg Everett, Gomelis, Andrew Maynard, some tough guys. Dave Springs, Will Taylor. These are tough, solid professionals. But anyway, like I was going to say, you tell yourself stuff over and over and you get to, so now the automatic response is Hagler Hearns. When you talk great fights for greatest of all time, I think one of the announcers, I forgot who was announcing the fight, but he started that. He said, I think it was the greatest fight of all time. The greatest. And what happens is people mimic that, copy that. Now, first thing they say is the greatest fight ever was Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler. Now, both great, legendary fighters. Got it. So this is not a knock. No. I'm just saying, if you look at the Ward Gatti fight, it was back and forth. Now, I think the main ingredient, okay, to a great fight is back and forth. If you got, a great fight can't be me just beating your ass. And it can't. And I don't think a real great fight is you go. I think a real great fight is you, me. You know what I mean? Like the give and take. You don't know. Like this guy goes down, he gets up. He goes down, he gets up. He goes down. This is like this is a battle of wills. This is a battle of wills, man. This is a battle of wills. So I think the Gatti Ward is better in that aspect. I just think it was more back and forth. Because if you look at the Hagler Hearns fight, I mean it was brutal fight. I get it. They bang. I mean, them brothers bombing each other out. Like Tommy Hearns that right hand. And Tommy used to catch with them uppercuts too. I think that's what he heard. Who hurts Hagler? You know what I mean? That listen, and here's another thing, and this is a side note. I personally think the Marvin Hagler John Mugabe fight was more exciting than the Marvin Hagler Tommy. Listen, there's people who would say, I think Emmanuel Stewart. Now don't quote me on this. Don't you Google and research jackasses. Go try to discard what I'm getting ready to say. But if I'm not mistaken, there was an interview where Emmanuel Stewart, Tommy Hearns' trainer, said that Tommy was underweight. He was overtrained. Something to that effect. Now, I don't know how true it is. Could be rumors. Whatever. But I'm saying, so that would be a disadvantage. So he was weak, and he looked kind of weak. Legs wasn't there. Tommy's legs are always kind of, are they going to be there tonight or are they not? He's always been like that with Tommy Hearns. It's just what it is. But it seemed like they just was not existent in that fight. So I'm not taking that away from Hagler's victory. I'm just saying. Now with the Gatti Ward fight, guys are evenly matched. This is a war, man. This is a war. This is back and forth. He go down, I go down. I mean, one time, Ward cut him with that body shot. And Ward was a vicious body puncher. I think he had one of the best left hooks still. I know a lot of people say that Chavez had that Julio Cesar Chavez. I'm gonna get a lot of slack. I know from the Chavez fans. Whatever. Go kick one. I don't want to hear it. People always automatically spot who got the best left hook to the liver. Oh, that's Julio Cesar Chavez. Really? I mean, because I know a couple other guys that do that same exact punch. The body snatcher Mike McCallum had a pretty good left to the body too. Mickey Ward, awesome body punches. So yeah, these things, once people keep saying them, they become automatic. So I'm saying that the Gatti Ward fight, these guys they lumped up. You know what I mean? And more clean shots. And look, this one makes me mad about boxing today. See, the refs back then, the refs did their training. Boxing's soft now. You know what I mean? Oh, here I go. Soft now because, these guys, the refs are stopping fights now. Guy gets smacked. That's it. They're stopping fights like amateur fights now. Like, you know what I mean? It aggravates me because, you're in a box. This is a sport, and then, yes, and things happen. You know what I mean? Tragic things happen. Tragic things are gonna happen because it's a dangerous sport. So when fighters get in the ring, any fighter knows. Any real fighter knows. Now, the jackass that don't fight, get out there, I can't speak for them. But the real fighters know you got a risk of, it could be, you could die in the ring. But this is something that we are willing to, we go there. You know what I mean? We train hard, we train our mind, we train our body, and we're ready to rock. And that's just part of boxing. No one talks about it, but the bottom line is, so sometimes these things happen. It's just tragic. Look, I don't want to I'm not disrespecting anybody that lost a family member. Of course. Please don't say anything stupid like that. You dumbasses. Don't say nothing stupid like that. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is that this is what we do. So it's part of the deal. You take a chance when you go into the ring. But now they don't want the element of danger. So what they do, the same thing they do in football. Remember back in the day, football fans, and I'm a football fan too. Remember back in the day, the defensive back is lay back there and just level the receivers. Bam! Monty Lott. Remember these guys? Monty Lott. These guys that come, Sean Taylor, to rip guys' heads right off. Can't do it no more in football. It'll be too soft. You know what I mean? So that same thing, taking the danger out of it. So now everybody can do it. You know what I mean? Everyone can do it now. You know what I mean? Some things should be that everyone can't do it, because that makes it special. So now you got a guy that says, I'm willing to go there. But if anyone can do it, it's no, I'm willing to go there. It's no, I'm willing to go there. It's nothing to pay. You reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? So so now everybody can box. But anyway, way off track. So with that Gatti fight and the Ward fight, they're lumped up. You know what I mean? They're going back and forth. He go down, he get up. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man. There's a lot of great fights. I forgot. If you look, I remember Gatti fought my boy Calvin Grove. I like that fight. My boy Calvin Grove. I think at a different time, he a little more success. I mean, I don't care. You win the belt, you're successful. That's it. You win the belt, so I'm not saying he wasn't successful. But you always have to put disclaimers. I mean, if there's one thing that aggravates me about being online, is that you gotta have so many disclaimers. Like people, you just sit there. There's some jackass sitting there right now, just like looking like this, like. Say something. Oh yeah. So now you offended somebody, man. Shut up, man. Get sick of that shit. Stuff. Sorry, no swearing. Yeah. So you're talking about the Ron Lyle, George Foreman fight. Another give and take. I think the true measure of a great fight is give and take. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it wasn't give and take in the Hagler Hearns fight, because it was, because Hagler came out. If you notice, when he walked out, he swung that wild shot and said, "All right, bring your lunchbox, but we're getting this on tonight." That was a signal. Like I remember a long time ago, I was a young kid and fighting because my trainer Archie Johnson, he never believed in novice. So all the Southside AC guys and guys that know from Southside AC, you know what I'm talking about. We went straight open class. I don't care if you was a junior Olympic champion or not. You went straight open class. So I'm a kid. I don't think I'm like 16, and draw our opponents. And there's this guy that's a man. This dude like 30 years old. I'm like 16 years old. I ain't got barely got peach fuzz on my face. And this guy got a full beard. He got scar tissue. He just looks. And back then, it scared me. And I remember talking to Archie. So Archie had this thing, and this is why I believe that everything's on emotion with fight. I say it all the time. It's emotion. It's eye of the tiger is emotion. What are you fighting for? What's gonna make you get up? That motion. And I remember Archie he must have picked up on it, and he said, because guys, grown man, I was a little intimidated. But anyway, he said something to me that stuck with me for the rest of my life. He said, look at his face. See all that scar tissue, cuts? He can be hit. And if he can be hit, he can be beat. You're fast. Go get him. Knocked him out in the first round. So this is a lesson to be learned there. Like, you know what I mean? Where was that on that? I don't even know. I just got off track. But talking about the Hagler Hearns. Okay, the Hagler Hearns fight was some give and take because Hearns hurt Hagler, which is like no one hurts Hagler, but he did hurt him with that uppercut when he backed up. He was hurt. You know what I mean? He was hurt, and then but that was pretty much all the give and take though. Like if you look at Hagler and the Mugabe fight, it's a lot of give and take. Like because Hagler wears you out. So Mugabe came out strong, bing, 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 and then Hagler did his boxing thing. And then when Mugabe got a little winded, Hagler come on, bop, 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 bop. And then Mugabe get cussed out by Mickey Duff. Or was that his trainer? Or Duff or whoever his trainer was. You gotta yell him, hey, come here to fight, whatever. Give him the Rocky speech from Mickey from Rocky speech. And he came back out and he came, stop throwing bombs again. And then Hagler had to box again. Hagler ain't stupid. Stop boxing him again. And then when the fire was gone, he stopped picking him apart again, and then the fatigue wore him down. That's a back and forth to me. The Hagler Hearns wasn't a back and forth. It was a little back and forth, but it was nowhere near the back and forth that Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward displayed in their war. That was a classic war. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, the Mickey Ward, Arturo Gatti, God bless his soul, by the way. Another great fighter, man. We got a wonderful sport here. The back and forth is what makes that fight a really great fight. You know what I mean? I could talk about other fights that because there's so many that was back and forth. If you look at the Diego Corrales. Help me out here. Diego Corrales, God bless his soul too. We lost so many great fighters. Diego Corrales against it escapes me right now. Hold on. Matter of fact. But anyway, you guys look it up there. I forgot the guy, but that was a good fight. He got off the canvas. A lot of great fights that were back and forth. But I'm gonna put Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti on the top. I'm gonna put him above Ron Lyle, George Foreman. I'm gonna put that fight above Hagler, Hearns. I'm gonna put that fight on at number one, because that fight to me was the epitome of what back and forth, bang bang. I don't know who's gonna win. That type of fight. Like, Mickey will come back. Mickey will get laid out a little bit. Then Ward will come. Then Gatti will come back, and he'll get laid. You know what I mean? So it was this back and forth, and that's what made that such a great rivalry. Never mind fight, made that such a great rivalry. We don't see them kind of rivalries anymore, because the fights today are just so ridiculous. I know I get on the kids a lot, but why not? The jackasses. You know what I mean? Or that, I want to punch and run at the same time jump. I hate that. Come here. Or that, I hate that stuff. I hate that whole style. You know what I mean? Fight. You know what I'm saying? Fight. But anyway, with all that said, Punchingbagskunk says that Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti was the number one fight as far as action in the history of the boxing game. Bring it. I know right now you're spinning. I know you say you're spinning right now. I can feel it. You're spinning right now. This guy's crazy. Why are you out of your mind? Blah, blah, blah. What about this fight? Well, show me one that shows more sustained action for that duration around. I'm not talking about two guys that go back and forth for 2 rounds. Now, Andre Berto and Victor Ortiz, that was back and forth, but not like Ward and Gatti. If you say I'm wrong, don't just say I'm wrong in emotion and don't got nothing to back it up with. If you say I'm wrong, show me I'm wrong, tough guy. Show me I'm wrong. With that said, everybody, Punchingbagskunk.com, where you get the best on boxing. Real talk. Bang, boom. Go to the YouTube channel, the website. Check that out. We're all over every social media platform. You know what it is. Go check us out. And like I said, if you enjoyed the content, bing, hit that like button. And if you like real talk, subscribe. You know what I mean? And it does help. And until next time, everybody out there in the Punchingbagskunk world, keep punching. Peace out, y'all.